America is at a turning point in work. 70% of Americans are unhappy with what they do. 3/4 of Americans plan to look for a new job this year. 100 million Americans now work remotely, at least part-time. That is 2/3 of the workplace. And all these numbers are unprecedented. So how do employers find workers and retain them? And how do employees start actually liking what they do? Well, I'm happy to welcome Bruce Feiler, author of the new book, The Search, Finding Meaningful Work in a Post-Career World, which was released this week. I just want to start with it. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm honored.
Because this idea that people don't like their work, it's not new, right? Take this job and shove it. I'm pretty sure that was coined years and years ago. So why is it now that we're saying, yeah, take this job and shove it? Is it that we've got more money saved? Why do we feel like we can do that?
This is, in fact, the big change, is the turn to meaning. I call it the meaning moment, right? So as you know, my work is about helping people navigate life transitions. I have traveled across the country collecting hundreds of stories of people who made these kinds of changes to find meaning in their lives, to try to figure out what do they know. And as you said, nothing involves more change now than work. And for most of the time we've talked about work, we've said, you're supposed to be miserable. So now when people are saying they do want to find meaning, they don't know what to do. So what I've tried to do in the search is gather these inspiring stories of people who've made these changes and give you the toolkit that we've never had.
But where did that come from, right? Where did people find even that notion, right? When I got out of school, I never asked the question, you know, do I want to work for the man, or what does this company stand for? I just said, man, I got to pay my rent. But now this new generation has a new approach.
So I think it goes back to what I call the 3 lies about work, right? So lie number 1 is that you have a career. This is a relatively recent invention, only 100 years old. And when this was invented, it was only for men and only once in your life, right? At 21, you pick an occupation and you do it for the next 50 years. And all the ways we've talked about work follow this linear path. A resume, a series of climbs, right? A ladder, a series of climbs. But in fact, when people say, I'm not happy in my career, it's not you that's wrong. It's the idea of the career, because we stigmatized spending time with family, making a change, spending time giving back, as well as making money.
You know, I walked away from my last career. I took a 90% pay cut.
Bingo.
And everyone that I worked with made fun of me, laughed at me, talked about me like I was crazy and a loser. And what's incredible is every one of them now has a daughter in college who miraculously would like to come intern here.
Exactly, because you in fact embody this, Stephanie, because you made this unright choice, I call it, that was right for you. Okay, but here's the thing that's fascinating is we face these opportunities 20 times in our lives. Okay, so lie number 2 is you have a path. Right? My data show we go through what I call a work quake every 2.5 years. That's 20 times. Okay, what is a work quake? It's a jolt, right? Or like some disruption where we're forced to, or we choose to rethink what we do.
But isn't that something you do from a place of privilege, right?
No.
It's a privilege to say, I'm going to try something new. I'm going to search for meaning, especially when you're living paycheck to paycheck. 9
out of 10 Americans in a study out of Harvard said they will give up 1/4 of their life's earnings for work that's more meaningful. 6 in 10 millennials and Gen Z say they more care about meaning than their parents. Okay, this is the moment that we're in, and the question that we're lacking is, because we've been told you're supposed to be miserable, we haven't given people the toolkit.
So what's the most important piece of advice?
The most important piece of advice is the people who are happiest and find most meaning, they don't climb, they dig. They do what I call a meaning audit. They perform personal archaeology, where they go into their life story and says, this is what I inherited from my parents. These were my role models. This is like a toothache, I call it, that's been nagging at me my whole life. And so what my book introduces here is a series of questions to ask in a work quake. I call it 21 questions to find work you love. And you ask these questions, you will begin to uncover the story you want. Don't chase someone else's dream, chase your own dream.
And ignore the people laughing at you because they're sitting in miserable jobs that they hate and they don't have the guts to leave.
And they're going to tell you this, right?
I know it firsthand. Yeah. Really great to meet you. Congratulations on the book. I highly, highly recommend it as you are looking for some special summer reading. Maybe It'll result in a new fall career.